This is Ravens Flock Talk Podcast, coming to you every week with their thoughts and opinions on each and every Ravens game. Tune in weekly and join the flock.
This is Ravens Flock Talk. I am your host, Brandon, and my dad joins me as my co-host. We're going to waste no time getting into this. This was an abysmal game. Just embarrassing. An embarrassing loss. A loss we should never have had, just like the Raiders game. And I'm not going to waste any time. Eddie Jackson wants to call us a bozo. We don't know ball. Yeah, well, we don't know X's and O's like you, Eddie. But we know a bad player when we see one. And he needs to be cut now. He stinks. 2 chances for a pick. 2 gimme picks at that. Misses the tackle at the goal line when they scored their 20th point. It was all around bad. The secondary stinks. Stevens is cooked. Kyle Hamilton made the play at halftime. Credit to him. But you gotta catch the ball at the end of the game. As bad as we played, we could have got bailed out with that interception.
Exactly. Eddie, hey, come on at us. I hope you're watching. Because look, you had your chance for an interception to end the game, bro. You ended the game, bro.
No, that was Kyle. But he had multiple chances.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
He had multiple chances.
Yeah, but I'm calling you out, Eddie. And then Kyle, oh my God. We had the chance to end the game. This is how we're going to start the podcast.
As we played.
Yeah. So
as bad as we played, if you want to win a Super Bowl, right? If you want to beat Kansas City, which we cannot right now, you got to cut this guy. You got to make changes. This secondary is not going to cut it. Bottom line, you expect to beat Mahomes in the playoffs with this secondary?
And you're and look at all the passes in the middle. Come on. Something's got to change, Todd.
We got no pass rush.
You know what?
We got nobody to cover anybody.
Yeah.
And you know what? I was like wondering, where's Marcus Williams? I'm looking it up on my phone, trying to figure it out. He wasn't listed as inactive. I see an article from the Baltimore Sun saying Ardarius Washington is taking his spot. So what is it? Is he injured? Why is he not out there? When you got Humphrey out and Wiggins out, this is the time where your veteran steps up, your leader. Where is he? Not out there with our banged up secondary. Get these guys off the team, especially Eddie Jackson. Even the commentator said it was almost like Jameis Winston was trying to give him the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, I'm piggyback riding on the commentators. My God, Eddie, what the heck? What the heck, Eddie?
Every Ravens page online that I follow, killing them, as they should. Yeah. As they should. This was karma,
And Brandon Stevens, where the hell are you, dude? Come on, we loved you last year, but now
I don't know
this
what
year,
happened to him.
I don't know, Brandon. Eddie, come on, Brandon.
It's like a lot of people say, oh, you're too negative as fans, but when you have a game like this, how can you trust this team?
I know.
Against Winston? They're 1-6. 1-6. And this is, by the way, for the record, this is before the Steelers play tonight. So we have to, again, because we can't get it done, have to hope that the lowest Giants beat the Steelers, which probably won't happen. Because we can't get it done.
Yeah, and Lamar saved our butts. I want to say saved our asses, and I'm going to say it. They saved our asses at the end of the game trying to make it a game. A game because Eddie Jackson, you couldn't get the interception. Kyle, I'm sorry.
Kyle.
Kyle.
But the
I'm sorry, Kyle.
But the thing is there was a what was it? 3rd and 1 again, and he's got Kohler underneath center just like he did with the Raiders in Week 2. Another false start, and Lamar bails Todd out because he gets out of a sack to convert a first down to Isaiah Likely. Lamar bails these guys out
every time. Every time, Brandon. And we're sick of this Houdini crap that the commentators say. No, we just need to play football. And where was Henry? Where the hell was Henry?
He literally was not involved in the game plan.
Not even effective in this game. And this is when we need him in a game like this. Yep. And they like say, oh, they got Henry's name. They're bull.
Or as people love to say, we're saving him for the playoffs.
No.
Give me a break. You don't know that.
Bull crap.
You have no idea what they're doing and what their game plan is with Henry. Saving him for the playoffs. Where we got eons to go before the playoffs.
Obviously,
you got to win these games.
Yeah, obviously you see our passion, and obviously you see this is BS, Ravens fans. This is BS. Use your players. Use Todd, damn it, use Henry like you should.
And in our offensive line, everything from the play calling to the O-line to the receivers, It's always up and down. The only consistency is our secondary stinking. That's it. But the O-line's getting shoved around. Even at the end of the game, when you need to dig deep and give Lamar time, he's got to roll out and all this stuff. I mean, and Bateman slips.
Oh, my God.
As soon as we give this guy credit after all these years, he's slipping and it hit him in the helmet. And Lamar's on the sideline throwing his helmet. I agree, Lamar. I'm frustrated with you, dude. You're doing everything.
I know.
And then on top of that, Bateman's got a catch. It wouldn't have been a first down, but it makes the kick a little shorter. Drops it. What happens? A double whammy. Tucker misses the 50-yarder.
Yep.
Just a salt in the wound because he can't make the catch.
I can't even.
I'm not saying Tucker, if it would have been like, what, a 43-yarder? I'm not saying he would have made it, but it would have been easier than the 50.
Yeah. Well, yeah, a 43 versus a 55, whatever the hell it
was. It was a 50-yarder.
Yeah, 50-yarder. It's a big difference. And you know what? I don't even know what to say to you. I don't know what to say to you, Brandon. You're absolutely right. I mean, doggone it. Doggone it.
These are games
these
that
are
you
games
gotta win.
I know.
And that matter in the end because, listen, guess what? You're going to have to go to Kansas City if you make it that far. Because you messed up.
Yeah.
Because you messed up these games. The Raiders in this game.
Yeah.
But people could say, well, we could have beat Kansas City. Okay. But I guarantee you, Harbaugh probably would have went for 2, and if we didn't get it, we would have lost, right? But take that out. Raiders in this game, 2 wins. Right there.
Yeah, I absolutely, I'm dumbfounded. I have no statement to make, Brandon, because this was ridiculous the way, and Todd, when you're not doing what you should be doing, it's just crazy. When you have Henry, within the red zone, you've got to use him. My God.
When he literally had that direct snap.
How many times?
When he had that direct snap to Henry on the first drive, what is he going to throw the ball just like he did against us in the playoffs in 2019?
It's so
everybody and their mother knew he was going to keep it.
It's so predictable.
You gotta have Lamar.
That's why we're talking about Todd.
You got to have Lamar on the field with Henry at that point. Fake handoff, make him guess who has the ball. That's the purpose of getting a Henry. Don't have it one-dimensional and take Lamar off the field. I mean, golly, when we didn't convert, you knew how this game was going to go.
I know.
It was going to be
And you can talk
rough.
S all you want about us with X's and O's, but guys, that's basic football. That's basic football. You have to have Lamar on the field with Henry. What the hell are you thinking about? I'm serious. What are you thinking about, Todd?
And then again, on that 3rd and 1, and you're going to give it to Cole, your third string?
Yeah.
And Lamar's in the backfield like a running back? What are we doing? We lost the game on that play in week 2. Why hasn't he learned? Again, the second time was a false start on that exact formation.
Exactly.
Take the play and throw it out the window, Todd. It doesn't work. I just don't, it's up and down with this team. But you know what, with Kansas City? It's consistency.
Yeah.
On defense and offense. They're down Rashee Rice, Juju Smith, Pacheco, and they beat San Francisco last week by 10 points. And if we had those guys out, we're not winning that game.
Hell no. And that's the difference. That's the difference between this team and the Chiefs. And we can't get over the hump unless we do something, Todd. Unless you stick to your game plan and understand your players, Todd.
As talented as this team is, you just have no confidence because of weeks like this. And I'm so sick of it. And Dad, you harp on this all the time. I'm so sick of losing our valuable coaches, and they keep everybody.
I know. Yeah.
Zach Orr doesn't have the schemes, we don't have the players. I mean, this is Baltimore Ravens, man. Defense has always been an epitome of this franchise, and we stink on defense. We can't stop anything, and we can't catch an interception if it was a pop fly. How many times drop picks have we seen this year?
Yeah, I know. I mean,
it's unbelievable.
I mean, we talk about Kyle Hamilton all the time, every week after week. And when it comes down to crunch time, and we think he's an Ed Reed wannabe, hey, Kyle, this was the damn game.
He had multiple chances to catch it, too. And Eddie Jackson, nobody in the vicinity, you could have negated 3 points on that drive. You intercept the ball, they don't get a chance for a field goal, right? And he got bailed out on the one over the middle because they ended up punting it on that drive. But catch the ball. It's like, come on, man. This guy needs to be off the team now. Marcus Williams adds nothing to this team. Nothing. You know, I want to see a Super Bowl with Lamar, and he freaking deserves it. But it's so hard when you got these offensive. When is the last offensive coordinator we liked?
I can't even think of it. I can't think of it.
I couldn't stand Greg Roman. Couldn't stand Jim Caldwell. We had to fire Cam Cameron the year we won the Super Bowl. We can't get an offensive coordinator to save our life.
Save our life.
And then when we do have a good coordinator, what happens? They leave. Rex Ryan, McDonald. Most of our coordinators become head coaches.
And then when we have a decent one, they stop sticking to their game plan. What the hell, Todd? Stick to your game plan, dude. That's all we're asking as fans. That's all we're asking. Please. Whenever
to
your game plan.
I notice with this team, no matter what year, whenever adversity hits, we revert back to Lamar. Just save us. And how many times, every podcast me and you always brag. We can beat teams so many different ways. But when adversity hits, what happens?
Nothing.
We have Lamar doing everything.
Everything.
All these scrambles for loss of yards, third and longs.
Yeah.
Nobody can get open. Aguilar can't catch the ball over the middle.
I know. And I was an Aguilar fan, and Brandon would laugh at me. And here, he can't, in a key moment.
He catches the touchdown, but on third down, he drops.
He cannot catch the ball.
Dude.
And then Kyle Hamlin, we love you, man. We love you, dude. But you got to make the play when it counts. We are sick. We are sick.
You know what? Shame on me. For not sticking with Marlon and getting on his case, but God dog it, he had 2 picks last week. These guys can't catch anything. No wonder they're not receivers.
Yeah.
Good God.
Yeah.
We could have had 3 picks this game, 2 with Eddie and Kyle.
Yeah.
Lamar, I'm surprised he didn't even throw a pick.
By the way, thank you, Eddie. Thank you, Eddie. You want to talk? Ask Eddie.
We already went with Eddie. I'm done talking about that bum. Yeah. He stinks. He should be cut now. Don't even take the plane ride. Just go away. We got to make a move, man. This secondary is god awful.
Yeah. What can I say?
And we choose the youngest coordinator for this defense. Oh man, dude, it's rough. It's rough. We have to outscore opponents, and I never thought with Baltimore we would ever have to do that.
I said that in the first quarter when I saw how the game was going. I told Brandon, look, Lamar's going to have to score every single time because of our secondary. Hey, Eddie, because of our secondary, right? So, and it happened. So, hey, it happened. Okay?
Yeah. Listen, it was just bad all around. This was the perfect week to win with a beat-up team, a team that had nothing going for them. And it's so funny, their starting quarterback is hurt for the year, and they get a morale boost.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Isn't
and
that
we
crazy?
lose to that team, and Cincinnati gets obliterated by Philly. If we win this game, we're sitting back saying, all right, Giants,
we're cool.
Maybe a miracle happens and you beat Pittsburgh. But instead, we lose this game. And don't get a game up on Cincinnati. Another game up.
Exactly.
Why? What is it with this team in division games?
I have no idea. I really don't, Brandon. And, to lose against Cleveland, back on their heels, hey, Ravens Nation, that is pathetic. That's pathetic. I'm telling you. I don't give a damn how you lost and what it is. That is ridiculous. That on a second string quarterback that hasn't played since 2022.
Hasn't started since
2022.
Oh my God. Hasn't started since 2022.
Yeah,
But Lamar's record against NFC teams is phenomenal, right? But when it comes to AFC teams and division games, it's not like that.
Yeah.
When teams that know him.
But I can't blame.
But I know. But it's also a reflection on the play calling. That's why I bring it up. When teams know you, see, NFC teams don't know us, right? But when teams know you, how are you gonna come up with a game plan?
Yeah. Shout out to you, Todd. Not knowing what to do with these AFC teams.
I can't really get on Zach too much because we should have had 3 turnovers.
Yeah.
Zach can't control the fact that Eddie can't catch. Where's the pass rush?
Yeah.
It's just, I'm telling you, this was a very negative podcast, but I think if you're a diehard fan, you know how we feel because you feel the same.
Yeah.
This was
is ridiculous.
Heart-wrenching loss.
I mean,
the game in our hands, and we dropped it.
Yeah.
And right after, Eddie gets burnt for the game-winning touchdown, and you knew it was over. Yeah. I don't care that we're getting the ball back. We had one timeout to go the length of the field.
Yeah.
And listen, I'm surprised that you haven't brought this up, but I'm going to bring it up for you. The special teams, always bringing it out. Mm-hmm. As you said, daring us to bring it out.
Yeah.
This is John Harbaugh's specialty?
Yeah.
We look stupid.
Yeah. They kicked every single kickoff. Think about that.
As you said, they were daring us.
Daring you to run the ball, and we have nobody to counter that. There wasn't one kickback return that had
when you get it
meaning.
On the 30.
Yeah. That even got to the 30.
If you get a 20-yard pass or a 15-yard pass, you're already at midfield.
And I say to Brandon all the time, do not let them try to kick off and change the momentum of the game. And they dared us, and look what happened. So, yeah, we're pissed off. Yeah, sorry. Sorry that this is a bad podcast, that we're mad and angry. We should be. Because Ravens, you should never have lost this game, ever.
I mean, we are fortunate,
never.
and we're not like these abysmal teams, but we see a talented team like this always throw games away like this.
Yeah. In the division.
How can you not?
That's crazy.
How can you not be mad when you we're bobbling the ball around to end the game and you can't come up with it?
Yeah.
It's our star players not coming up. That's the thing. That's what hurts.
Exactly. You
expect these second stringers to not come up when we got to pull guys up from the practice squad to not. You expect that, but not from the stars.
I mean, like Kyle, we're looking at you like Ed, wannabe, an Ed Reed wannabe, so to speak. I love you, guy, but man, damn it, come up with the damn play, dude, to end the game. This was it. If you just had that interception, you would have ended the freaking game.
You would have made the two plays that literally won us the game because we had no business having the lead at halftime.
Yeah.
We had no business. They could have easily just ran the ball, right?
Yeah.
Punted it away, and we would have, tried to get in field position and eventually kneel it and just go into half down by 3 points or whatever. It doesn't even matter at this point, right? But instead, they want to score, they want to throw it, and the miscommunication, and we were in perfect field position.
Realize, guys, this was the time that even though we didn't play our best game, all you needed was one play. And this is what the Chiefs do to us, Kansas City do to us all the time in every game. And every team, I should say. They come up with a big play to win the game. And we got to do this to get over the hump. And if not, you're going to be mediocre. Think about this.
Think about this, too. I'm looking at the schedule. And this is the last thing I want to say, because this podcast, we're coming up 19 minutes. I don't want to go too long. But we go through the hard part of our schedule, right? Dallas, it was a must-win. We were down 0-2. We come out firing, right? We beat Cincinnati in a back-and-forth game. Washington's hot with their rookie quarterback. We beat them. Tampa Bay's hot, right, with their offense. We beat them. Mm-hmm. So we went through the hard part. The next two games, Cleveland, starting quarterback out, right? And they're 1-6. They're depleted. And then we got a rookie quarterback next week in Denver. These are games you gotta win.
Yeah.
That's what's
perfect opportunity
what
to win. Perfect opportunity this week to put the stake in this AFC. Perfect. And what do? They falter. They falter.
When you piss away games like this, right?
Yeah.
You're just saying Kansas City, take it. We gotta go through Kansas City if we make it that far. Just take it.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
If they make it, because the way
I know that's why I'm saying if.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying if. But I'm saying if we do, I have no confidence, dude.
I know.
We gotta make some moves.
I know. Yeah.
Yannick Ngakoue, Kyle Van Noy, Matabika, where were they? Where's the pressure?
Nothing. You're right. I know. It's so disappointing.
The defensive line, nobody on defense.
We haven't made any moves before the draft. We haven't made any moves.
The deadline.
The deadline. When I say draft. The deadline.
It's frustrating.
It's almost dismal because we need somebody in the secondary to make a difference. And they have some names out there I've been reading, but let's see, because our secondary is very questionable.
Questionable, they stink.
Well,
it's not questionable. They stink.
I'm being nice.
No, they stink.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Yeah.
Bottom line. You can't go at the end of the season with Eddie Jackson on the team. Come on.
Yeah. And really, who do we have that is so great that we tout that is going to change it? Okay? Humphrey, yeah, he had two interceptions, but before that, what was he really doing?
The thing
fans?
is,
what was he really doing?
I know, but you know what? I got to ease up on him because of last week, right?
Because
I also listen to play both sides. We've looked like this when he was on the field too.
I know,
but at least he got an interception.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
these guys is right in their hands. They can't come up with the ball.
And Brandon Stevens is nowhere to be found. It's just unbelievable. So who do we have? Marcus Williams? Who do we have?
Brandon. Nobody, Dad. Outside of Humphrey and Wiggins. That's the answer, right? That's the answer. And people keep saying, "Well, Marcus Williams got injured." Oh, a year ago, we're in week 8.
I know.
How long does it take?
And Wiggins, where is he? He hasn't had an interception. He's our number 1 pick.
But you know what? At least Wiggins is not like Stevens. So Stevens' view is the back of the person's jersey because he's beat all the time.
I always tackling
him
in the back.
He refuses to turn his head around.
Yep.
And never turns his head around. On top of that, I forgot about this. Eddie Jackson, the touchdown scored to him on Njoku. Doesn't turn his head around. Yeah. I think the ball actually hit him in the head, and Njoku still caught the ball. He got beat for two touchdowns, the game-winning touchdown, right, and the Njoku touchdown, and dropped 2 picks, and couldn't make the tackle on a touchdown play.
What can I say? I'm looking at you saying, what the hell can I say? It's exactly true. So
like I said earlier, I don't know ball like you, but I know a bad player when I see one.
We all do. It's on film. It's in slow motion.
And also, Eddie, this is not Chicago, buddy. This is Baltimore. We hold players to a higher standard. You better get used to it. You're past your prime. You want to talk crap and then not show up? Nah, that doesn't fly in Baltimore, whether it's me or anybody else. We don't stand for that. And they're roasting you as they should online, because you deserve it. You stink. Bottom line. No value on this team whatsoever. He should be cut now. No exceptions. We hold Super Bowls and playoff wins as a standard in Baltimore. That's not the standard in Chicago. We have a 2-time, almost 3-time Super Bowl MVP. It's different here in Baltimore, buddy. That doesn't fly around here. So I just had to get that off my chest. We did this right after the game because we are emotional, as you can see. But how can you blame us? No. I don't know what's worse, this loss or the Raiders. I honestly don't know. They were both egregious losses.
Hey, ditto. That's all I can say, son. Ditto.
Man. Tune in next week against Denver. After this game, I don't know what to expect. Even with the playing against the rookie quarterback, are we going to get pressure? Is the secondary going to show up? I have no idea. Is the O-line going to hold up? Are receivers going to catch the ball? Aguilar, Bateman? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. And are we going to get a turnover and an interception in the game? I don't know. Here we go.
If I had to bet on it, probably not.
Probably not.
But you know what? The thing is like I said, the last post where we can have all these blowout wins, but you're going to be sweating in the playoffs. Forget the playoffs. You're going to be sweating next week. Right?
I know.
You have no confidence in this team.
I know. What can you say?
Even if we blow out Denver, who's to say how we're going to look because we play Cincinnati right after? Yeah. You know?
Yeah. And Joe Burrow's coming up. He's doing good. So
yeah, he lost today, but that's why you had to win.
I know. That's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing. But when they play AFC, all of a sudden he's God's gift,
dude,
right?
So
here we go.
Outside of Pittsburgh, listen, outside of Pittsburgh so far, they are asking us to take this division, and we do not want to take it. They're saying, "Here, take it."
Yeah.
Take it. Take the division, Baltimore, and we don't want to take
Cleveland, 1-6, and we can't win the game.
We're 5-3, guys.
Jeez. No, not any.
We're 5-3, right? If we should have won against the Raiders and won against Cleveland, right?
Yeah.
That's 7-1.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. It's like, hey, your back's against the wall again. You can't drop another game. So we'll see what happens tonight with Pittsburgh, but the pressure's definitely going to be on if they win. And I have no hope with New York. Their offensive line stinks. They're hurt, and Daniel Jones is terrible. So listen, sorry for the negative podcast, but
it needs to be said. It needs to be said to the Ravens. It needs to be said. This was ridiculous today.
This was bad, dude.
This was bad.
Bad. All around.
So here it is. So be it.
Tune in next week, and hopefully they show some fire. Yeah. Hopefully they make some moves, because Ravens Nation is not happy.
No, this is not going to cut it. This is not going to go. When you lose against Cleveland, this is not going to cut it.
Yep.
So
couldn't have said it any better. So thanks for the support, and tune in next week.